As a kid, my mama never came to my game. My mom had to go to work. So for me, like, I would never thought too much about it. But having a significant other support you, yes, it's a level of appreciation because she's an amazing woman. Like, being there for me, you know what I'm saying, it's hard. I can imagine. You know what I'm saying, I'm a lot to deal with. You know what I'm saying, but I never want to not let her know that I appreciate her for being there, not just for the games, because her being there for the games was just more so for her, you know what I'm saying? She wanted to experience it, but she supported me when she wasn't there, you know what I'm saying? She was watching the game, she was texting me before the game and after the game and checking on me and making sure that I was all right. She know that I'd be ready to spaz out any given time. I'd just be wanting to win so bad. I'd be just, you know what I'm saying, crazy about it. I'm obsessed with the game, so, you know what I'm saying? It's more so just that. It's not so much just her coming to the games because that's just like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I want to see her I want to see her shine, you know what I'm saying? But she ain't that close to the field now. She up in a box.
Did you know that some of the biggest athletes in the world say the loudest cheers in the crowd can matter more than the scoreboard itself? That's exactly what Stefon Diggs has been talking about lately, opening up about the emotional impact of having both his mother and Cardi B supporting him from the stands, something he says he never really experienced growing up. Stefon Diggs has been trending again, not just because of his performances on the field, but because of a heartfelt statement he made in an interview where he reflected on his childhood and the difference he feels today. Fans who follow both sports and pop culture immediately picked up on the quote, especially because it gave a rare glimpse into his personal life and how much his support system means to him now. In the interview, Diggs explained that when he was younger, his mother wasn't able to attend many of his games. He didn't frame it as blame or criticism, but more as a reality of circumstances. Now, he says things are completely different. He described looking into the stands after scoring a touchdown and seeing his mother and his girlfriend cheering, calling it one of the proudest feelings he's ever experienced. That moment, according to people close to the situation and reports circulating online, has become a turning point in how Diggs talks about family, motivation, and what drives him on the field. Some sports commentators even said that emotional stability and personal happiness often translate into better performances, and fans are starting to connect those dots when they look at Diggs' recent success. Of course, whenever Cardi B's name is involved, the internet has opinions. Some fans praised her for showing up and supporting him publicly, while others speculated about how much influence celebrity relationships can have on an athlete's public image and confidence. A few rumors online have even suggested, allegedly, that Diggs feels more motivated than ever because of the attention and energy surrounding his relationship. Another interesting part of this story is the role of his mother. Diggs made it clear that seeing her in the stands now means everything to him. He talked about how life changes, people grow, and relationships evolve. That kind of perspective resonated with a lot of viewers, especially those who understand how complicated family dynamics can be. Sports analysts have also weighed in, pointing out that athletes often carry emotional baggage from their early years, and moments like these can feel like closure or even redemption. For Diggs, it seems less about proving anything and more about appreciating what he has now. Fans on social media were quick to react. Some shared clips of Diggs looking toward the crowd after big plays, interpreting those glances as moments of gratitude. Others said they found his story inspiring, especially the idea that circumstances in childhood don't define where someone ends up, emotionally or professionally. There's also been discussion about how public support from a partner can affect an athlete's mindset. Cardi B, being one of the most recognizable entertainers in the world, brings a lot of attention wherever she goes, and some fans believe that energy creates an electrifying atmosphere during games. Whether that's psychological or symbolic, it's clear Diggs feels uplifted by it. What makes this situation even more interesting is how teammates and commentators have started reacting to Diggs speaking so openly about his personal life. In professional sports, players usually keep emotions guarded, so hearing an athlete talk about looking into the crowd for encouragement caught people's attention. Some analysts said it shows maturity because recognizing emotional support is often a sign of confidence rather than weakness. There's also been discussion about how relationships outside the field shape performance inside it. Coaches and sports psychologists often talk about stability and mental clarity, and fans are starting to connect those ideas to what Diggs described. When a player feels grounded, it can change how they approach pressure, mistakes, and big moments. Another layer to this story is how Cardi B herself has been reacting. She's been visibly supportive at games and online, celebrating touchdowns and big plays. Fans have pointed out that her energy is hard to miss, and some say that kind of enthusiasm can be contagious, especially in a stadium atmosphere where momentum matters. Media coverage has also shifted slightly. Instead of focusing only on stats and highlights, more outlets are discussing Diggs as a person, his background, his family story, and how far he's come. That kind of narrative often reshapes how audiences connect with an athlete, turning them from just a player into someone people feel they understand. At the same time, critics have questioned whether this level of attention distracts from the game. Some argue that celebrity relationships bring unnecessary pressure, while others say the modern sports world and entertainment world are already intertwined, so it's unrealistic to separate them completely. Fans, of course, are split as usual. Some love seeing this more personal side of Diggs and say it makes them root for him even more. Others prefer when athletes keep their private lives out of the spotlight. But regardless of opinion, the conversation itself shows how much interest there is in his story right now. What stands out most is the message Diggs shared about perspective. He talked about appreciating moments that once felt impossible, like seeing loved ones cheering for him. That kind of reflection resonates far beyond football because a lot of people understand what it feels like to chase something for years and finally have the people you care about witness it. Looking ahead, many fans are curious about how this chapter of his life will continue to influence his career. Will this sense of support push him to even higher levels on the field? Will the spotlight grow even brighter around him and Cardi B as their relationship stays in the public eye? Those questions are already being debated online. At the end of the day, this isn't just about touchdowns or headlines. It's about growth, recognition, and the feeling of being supported after years of grinding toward a dream. Stories like this remind people that behind every highlight reel is a personal journey most fans never see.